I'm Amber, and this is Engineering Life. I like watching daily vlogs on YouTube and wanted to find one by a woman in engineering. But I couldn't find one, so I've made my own with the goal of promoting diversity in engineering. It's not all about me. I have guest vlogger engineers to include more voices in this project. And it's not all about engineering. You'll see the everyday life of engineers and the diversity that can exist within this field. I want to encourage everyone to pursue engineering even if they don't fit the stereotypical mold. I'm still figuring this all out, so I hope you'll stick with me. Remember to subscribe and share. Thanks! As you can probably tell from the title of this video, I am going to be talking about random things that my parents taught me. These aren't life hacks. They aren't going to change the way you live your life. They're just sometimes to make you a little bit safer or to keep other things a little bit safer, or some laundry tips. So here we go. I think there's 7 of them. I wanted 10, but these were the best ones I could think of. If you have to stand in a chair, you should always stand with the back of the chair in front of you. So like the back of the chair basically hitting your knees. That way, if you fall over, 1, you have something to hold on to, and 2, if you fall over backwards, you're not going to have your legs pushed out from under you and fall on your head. You can just kind of step down. So, safety tip. Another chair safety tip is to not stand in folding chairs, ever. Just don't do it unless you absolutely have to. Mostly because if you shift your weight just the wrong way, they will fold and you can break your leg, which is what my father did when he was like 12, I think. So yeah, just don't do it. If for some reason you have like a bucket or a small kiddie pool of water outside your house that you're going to be leaving either overnight or you're not going to be watching very closely, you should put like a stick or a broom handle or something in the bucket. That way, if a sad little critter falls in trying to get to the water, it can get out, which 1 is nice for the sad little critter, and 2 means you don't have to dispose of a drowned chipmunk or squirrel or something. If you have a set of gloves or boots or shoes that you are going to put on but they've been sitting for a while, especially if they've been sitting in like a garage or an attic or a basement, you should stand on them before you put them on. You can try to like peek in if you want, but sometimes you can't always see like spiders or scary things. But if you go ahead and stand on them, then they will be dead regardless. And hopefully there won't be anything in there that you don't want to kill. I can't really imagine a situation where that would be the case. But this way you won't stick your hand in and get bitten by a brown recluse or something terrible. Last safety related thing is if you have a cup with like a straw in it and you're outside or inside if you have bees in your house and you haven't been around your cup for a while, is either like take the straw out and look through it or blow into the straw before you drink out of it, because sometimes like yellow jackets or wasps will go down the straw to get to what's inside and then you'll swallow a bee, and that's really bad. This is not something I learned from my parents. It's something I learned from one of my roommates who learned it from her mom. And I think it's super important, and everyone should know that if you get blood on your clothes somehow and you can't like wash them right away, or even if you can wash them right away, you should spit on the stain and like rub some soap into it as well. And something weird biology, chemistry thing helps get the blood out from the spit. I don't know why. I'm sure someone else on the internet does. But it's super helpful and it definitely works. I've done it multiple times. This last thing isn't something mind-blowing, but it's something that I think is really helpful and my family does every year. Every year we take a trip to Florida and we drive. And on the way there and on the way back and while we're there, we write down little notes like, this rest stop was really gross and scary, or this gas station is actually closed even though it says it's open, or this restaurant has middle-aged singles night on Thursdays, and you should avoid it at all costs. So things like that you say that you're totally going to remember the next year, but odds are you really probably aren't, because a year is a pretty long time in terms of remembering small details like that. But if you write them down at the time and then you can go back and look at them the next year, you won't forget. So that's it. Very short, hopefully interesting. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share. If you have ideas for things that you would like to see on this channel, let me know. If you have something that you want me to talk about or get someone else to talk about, that is totally doable, because it's not all about me. It's about engineering and being inclusive. So, thanks for watching. Bye.